Hello, and welcome to 6DOF Reviews. I am Pete Austin, and today we're getting lost in mother-clucking space. And of course what I mean by that is we will be playing Breathedge Cosmic Cluck. Breathedge Cosmic Cluck is a fairly casual new little game where you play these pair of hands as you go on various small interstellar missions to help your grandfather and his moon farm. You are joined on these adventures by this cheery lady here, who is a chicken with a robot head. And there are a range of mother-clucking jokes for you to enjoy. It's got a cute little sense of humor to it. It's visually, it's very pleasing. It's got a lovely set of anti-gravity movements. And it's a difficult one for me to do a nice first impressions video for you. So I'm going to try and keep this very short. Essentially, when the game starts, you're lost in space. You're collecting and harvesting resources so that you can fix a vehicle so that you can get to here, which is, I'm presuming, the surface of the moon, so that you can do various odd jobs to help your grandfather. That's about it so far. What I have found, though, is it's a very difficult game to find a cool section to do a video in. I've been playing for about an hour. I'm not for any stretch of the imagination saying that the game isn't good, but I am saying that from a entertaining walkthrough narrative point of view, it's not providing me with great opportunities. Basically, you float around space looking for these exclamation points, which are jobs to do, and then you go and do them. And if you're having trouble working out what to do, you summon your chicken, and you press the button, and it tells you where all the resources in the area are, and you go and harvest them. And by harvesting those, you have the ability to then perform more tasks. And on it goes. I've played for about an hour. It has a charming sensibility to it. It's got a nice little story. Plenty of character. The voice acting is good. The audio is good. Visually, it's really nice. Like I'm invested in this cool cosmic atmosphere. I'm on the surface of the moon, which used to be a bustling place, but thanks to corporate greed, it's now decrepit. The story is one of capitalism run amok as big corporations try and take over from little mom and pop style places. Yes, you've got a limited combat ability, so I can draw things in and then shoot them out. There are little floating droids that you do battle with. There are some turrets. And again, I'm very early on in the game, so I would not be surprised if further enemies appear later on. I'm running out of oxygen, is what the chicken is clucking at me now. But that's not too big a problem, because there are oxygen canisters littered around the place. It's really quite difficult to die. I've only died once, and that was just because I was being stupid. So I don't think I'm going to bother doing this mission, because I don't think that'll be interesting for you. I'll just take you on a little tour, and then we'll call it a day. So as I was saying, nice visuals, casual, relaxing gameplay, story-driven. The mechanics are simple, easy to get the hang of. The anti-gravity controls are pretty good, so I can move around left and right using the left thumbstick. I can move up and down in the environment using the right thumbstick. You go very slow unless you use your zippy doodad. I would say if you're someone with motion sickness, be a little cautious of this one. There were a couple of scenes earlier on where the game takes control of your vision and moves you without your consent, for want of a better term, and I found that quite jarring. It definitely made me sort of have a moment of like, oh wow, I haven't experienced that in a while. And then the missions that I've played so far, they generally tend to be just fetch missions. So you go and you harvest the resources that you need so that you can get to a crafting station to build the next gizmo that you need that will allow you to harvest the next set of resources that you need to build the next gizmo and so on and so forth. And you do things for your grandfather, like drag power cables from one place to the other, go and steal items from his friends or former friends. You know, nothing hugely complex, but it's nice. I'm not sure that we will do a review of this. I've put, let's say, an hour or so into it. I think I'll probably play for another half an hour. I don't think it has quite enough going on to capture me and make me want to play it all the way through and give you a more robust view of what it is. And so I hope this has given you some sense of it. Floating in space, moving around, doing odd jobs for a cantankerous old man with your buddy, the robo-chicken. There you go. So, if you would like to know more about this game, put something in the comments and I'll answer your questions as best I can. One thing I will say is all of this zero-gravity floating that I'm doing at the moment just made me wish I was playing Echo VR. As soon as I started playing, I thought, oh, this is good. I will be able to just bounce off the scenery. Oh, you kind of can, can't you? Oh, I didn't think you could do that. But it really did make me miss Echo VR. So, an odd question to put at the end of this video is, would you like me to do a video about the lamentable loss of Echo VR, arguably the greatest video game that's ever been made, and the state of the various contenders to its throne, A2, Hex, and the other, and even how you could sideload Echo and get back into it if you wanted to. So put something in the comments if you'd like me to tackle those subjects for you. Otherwise, I'm going to wish you a pleasant good day. Like, subscribe, all that sexy business, and have yourself a nice time.